Hey guys, what's going on? Eric here, bringing you guys some more D2 content. Today we are identifying 100 rare jewels. Full disclosure, I only personally found 20 of them, the rest were purchased. Before I get started, I just wanted to briefly touch on what's possible with these jewels. Compared to magic jewels, which can only have up to 2 attributes, rares can have up to 4, but the ranges are a little bit different. With rares, you can only have up to 30 enhanced damage, whereas magic you can have up to 40. Also, rare jewels can have attack speed. The trade-off is because you can get those 4 attributes, you can get some crazy combinations. When it comes to caster jewels, you could get 7 faster hit recovery, 9 strength, 9 dex, and 10 all resistance, all on one jewel. You can also get some really crazy low-level dueling combinations that aren't really possible with magic because the level requirements are just a little bit too high. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. I'm sure I could probably provide some resources or give some other combinations. Hopefully we get some crazy combinations. But I'm not getting my hopes up because I've identified a lot of garbage jewels this season so far. With that being said, let's get started. We've got 100 scrolls here. All right, that is nothing. That's okay. You could have up to, is it 15 max there in that combination, or is it 10? I can't remember. I know minimum's 10. That's high ED though. That's not very good. I think you want closer to like 4 to 9, I think is best for that range, but we could probably give that away. See, that would have been really good if that would have been low, if it would have been inverted. That would have been a really good low level dueling jewel, because then it would have been level 9. 8 to minimum, not quite. You know what, I'll just keep all of them and we'll review at the end there. 10 minimum is perfect, 4 life replenish is perfect, but that's just not the combination we want. Enhanced, oh man, not enough. If that would have been 30 ED with that negative requirement, that would have been nice. Enhanced damage, no, not enough, not the combination we are looking for. Yeah, not quite the combination we're looking for there either. That's probably the worst one yet. That one gave the other one a runs for its money. Nope, not high enough. We're getting minimum, but we're not getting that high enough ED. Gold Find Jewel, that's actually kind of cool. Wow, that one's horrible. We're getting kind of like caster stats compared to melee ones, and that is not what we ideally want. Got minimum with maximum stamina. That is definitely not what we want. Minimum attack rating, nope. That's, again, we're getting that hit recovery, which is nice for casters. And it's just we're not getting the right combinations there. That one's actually kind of nice. You got 7 faster hit recovery with 26 light res. That's probably one of the better ones. You can keep that over there. I'm not necessarily going to organize them too well just yet. 10 to max. Got some attack rating. Dex, not quite enough, unfortunately. That one is decent, but the combinations didn't work out. Like if that were to be a level 9 jewel, that would have been great. So I'm not sure which specific attribute was pumping that up. 30 light res with just some other extras, not too good. That is not too good either. 1 to maximum attack rating. All right, that one's the worst one yet. We're getting cold damage ranges instead of just damage ranges, because if it was 3 to 8 damage, that would have been like a decent combo. Again, fire damage. We've gotten stamina on a lot of these, unfortunately. Damage taken goes to mana with some res and dex. There's just not quite enough there. Again, energy, stamina, cold damage, light damage. That's the worst one yet, by far. That was horrible. Nope. Max damage to mana. That one has nice fire res. You could probably pop that into an Andariel's Helm. Oh, that one was almost cool. If that would have been 30 ED, that would have been insane. That would have been a really good jewel. Unfortunately, we did not get high enough enhanced damage there. Nope, not high enough. 30 ED and 26 fire. Dang, we needed one more attribute, and that would have been really nice. Still, that's a pretty decent helm for an Andy helm. All right, let's move some of these around. Alright, let's keep going. Nice res, nice dex, just not the right combination. Again, we keep getting those caster attributes mixed up. I think that's perfect mana and perfect life. I'm pretty sure that is correct. I think 8 and 15 are the max rolls, but stamina and not having that 4th attribute, not quite good enough, unfortunately. Oh no! Dang it! What, we got like a double damage in there. That should be level 9. I think the strength pumped it up. I think like 4 to 8 is one off perfect for damage range. That should have been level 9. Dang, that's so unfortunate. That would have been a nice jewel. Getting elemental damage again. No! Dang, that one's almost really good too. If that would have been 10 all res, and then like faster hit recovery, that would have been insane. That's still a cute jewel. Honestly, that's probably the best caster one so far. That one's pretty decent. Mana after each kill is not a bad attribute. That was kind of a decent caster jewel. Nope. Attack rating, defense, 30 poison. That's a perfect res at least. Not the worst thing ever. Attack rating, stamina, magic fine, gross. Another high lightning res jewel, not horrible. Nope. Nope. Faster hit recovery, mana, and some magic fine. Yeah. This is not like complete garbage. I don't think anyone would buy it, but the combinations were decent. Enhanced damage, attack rating, like that would have been an okay jewel if the rolls were higher. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Holy shit. That's the best one yet. Hell yeah. Just needed like 3 more all res, and maybe if the fire res goes up to 40. Having fire res to complement like a spirit. If you put this in a wizard spike to lower that dex on it, and damage taken goes to mana, this is a really good energy shield for a wizard spike. Hell yeah. I'm pumped. That one should sell. That one's sick. Keep going. Again, we're getting like elemental. That is not what we want. Heal stamina. Godly, insane. Nope. That was actually kind of clean looking though. Kind of interesting. We haven't gotten a lot of melee jewels, which is I think kind of weird. We haven't gotten a ton of good enhanced damage options. That one's not gonna cut it. Nope. Nope again. Defense and stamina are just horrible. Light radius, and honestly like life, it just doesn't get high enough. Energy, stamina, gross. Horrible. Again, horrible. And let me clean up here for a second. Alright, let's keep going. We got 29 to go. Decent gold fine one. Not really. Stamina again. Low res. More elemental and stamina. It's always nice to see that negative requirement. That's always nice to see. That could be like a really good jewel for like a storm shield. Nope. Max damage, like everything there was useful, but not a really good combination. Life and mana, level 2, that's actually kind of cool looking. I don't think there are any level 2 duelers, unfortunately. Nothing there was really good. Okay, that's a decent low level dueling one. Although they really like the damage range to be higher, so if poison or gold would have been 8 to max damage, this would have been an insane jewel. That's kind of like a, it's kind of like a close no cigar. That one's just kind of a bummer. All right, 20 to go. Yeah, again, if that would have been just different damage ranges, that would have been a really good low-level dueling jewel. Not quite. Ooh, that one's kind of nice. If that would have been 7 faster hit recovery, that would have been a pretty nice jewel. Still, it looks pretty clean. I don't think any low-level dueler caster would use that though. I'm not sure. We can put it up there. Okay. Really nice, perfect 30 ED. Nice max damage. Unfortunately, the other two attributes are garbage. Still, that's just like a cool combination. That mid-level dueling, so level 49 could use that. Nope. Man, we've gotten stamina on way too many things. Way too many of these. Wow. Mana after each kill and damage taken goes to mana. That one's actually kind of interesting. Enhanced damage. Okay, that one's kind of cool looking. Damage to demons is kind of overlooked. Negative requirements. Everything else is just not the best there. 10 to minimum. Again, that's like all solid melee attributes, but not really what you're looking for. Negative requirements, no other good combinations. 10 to go. Nope. Life. Stamina. Really unfortunate. That one's actually decent, but if that mana would have been negative 15 requirements and maybe the strength, dex would have been strength, that would have been decent. No, what is that energy and mana? If that would have been strength and dex, oh my gosh, if that would have been strength and dex, that would have been a really good jewel. Dang, man, that one's really unfortunate. Nice clean jewel. Not really what we're looking for though. Again, just kind of getting those stats. Okay. That's pretty cool, because 6 strength and 9 dex is perfect for low level dueling, so level 30, I'm pretty sure. And then I don't know if that would be used. I don't think that'd be useful though. Yeah, I think they would want enhanced damage or like a damage range for sure. Still, that one's kind of cool looking. We'll put it right there. All right, last 3. Nope, getting that elemental damage. Hell yeah, there we go. Fire, high fire, and negative 15. That one's pretty good. Last one, high poison. All right, let's review. Okay, I've narrowed it down to really good resist jewels, melee jewels, caster jewels, and then low level dueling, and then some fails. I'm gonna start with the resists. We've got really high lightning here, perfect life, some attack rating, high poison, perfect life. I don't know where you'd put that in, but if you needed some res. This one's pretty decent. This would go well in a wizard spike, possibly. It is low level dueling. I don't think anyone would use this, but it's still a nice combination. This has 2 off perfect fire res and some 15 requirements there. It's got some gold fine. I don't know what character would use this. Again, probably a wizard spike. Close here, again, almost perfect fire. We do have perfect lightning here, some gold fine yet again. This one was almost pretty decent. Faster hit recovery and then lightning, again, that goes well in a wizard spike. Moving on to the melee jewels. This one was almost decent. Couple wasted attributes, unfortunately. This one looks pretty darn clean. Perfect ED, low max damage, but high fire res. Again, perfect ED, 7 max, and then unfortunately, again, 2 wasted attributes. Moving on to low level dueling. This is probably our best very low level dueling jewel. Unfortunately, 2 wasted attributes, but it might have some value. This one was a fail. This should have been level 9, but the combination just didn't work out. I don't remember what's tipping it over the edge. Similar to this, 4 to 8 damage, that could be level 9, but the combination of attributes, for those who don't know, I didn't touch on it, but some attributes can stack, and I think that is what occurred here to raise that. Maybe it's that strength. I don't remember what max strength is. Maybe it's like 4 or something. Here, this would have been really nice for a druid if it would have had higher enhanced damage. The combinations were really good for a druid, like a fury druid. Again, here, if those would have been inverted, that would have been a good level 9 jewel, unfortunately. This one had 2 perfect life and mana, so this one's kind of a fail, unfortunately. Again, nice strength and dex, but the combinations just didn't work out for that, like a level 30 jewel. Moving on to the best jewels. This is probably the best one. We'll show this one as well. Perfect mana, negative 15 requirements, and then 10 all res is perfect. We got wasted stamina, unfortunately, and this one made it worth it, in my opinion. We got requirements, we got damage taken goes to mana, we got 7 all res, and then they stacked that fire res. So this one's definitely the best of a bunch. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. All right, bye.